right, and wordsmiths. Time words. So we look at the time words. I'm just going to write this down as well, because if I write it down, I might see something else. So the first word for time, we've got date, right? So we've got things called star dates, right? We've got calendar dates. And we've got dates that you eat. So we can already see a problem. They can't eat the date, right? So date, and the dates come from the fig leaf, the fig plant, right? So the beleaf, the belief of the fig leaf, right? And that's not a GIF. That's not a graphic backwards, right? So they're not doing graphics under the fig leaf, and that's not the screen, is it? You know, and I'm not just wearing my little fig leaf and there's a screen underneath it, plain stupid, eating dates and having fig rolls, right? And there's no fig rolls in a date, right? Or over a date. And there's no minced fruit inside it or whatever, right? Mince pie of that or anything, right? So the reasoning of date is what? Well, I think we should get rid of the date. So the date can stay in the matrix. Okay, so that can stay in the matrix. Okay, so that can be a matrix word. Okay, and stay there because I don't like it. Okay, and because it means too much. There's way too many calendars and way too many star dates and way too many dates playing about. That makes that a useless piece of shit date, right? Because that's time plain stupid, right? And that's what's put us in this stupid, these loops and pulls. So we get out of that, right? So we clarify and cut our way out of date so we don't get 8, right? So that's no 4-8, no 4 eating, right? No 4-8, no 4-ATE, and no 4-8, number 8, so no 48. Oh. So that's a warning to say no 48. So that's us. We said yesterday we need to get to a 48th president, right? And it doesn't. The date doesn't want us to have a 48. It's got no 48 on it, right? So AD and DA, that could be something to do with DARPA. So DARPA dropped off the date because it's got nothing to do with you because you don't have star dates, calendar dates, and dates that you eat. Which date do you have then, DARPA? You have the date. DARPA only has the date of GMT, and that's all. So DARPA's only date is Greenwich Mean Time, because that's where we are. And every other date he's got, or she's got, or that machine's got, comes back to that. So DARPA's date and calendar, right, and only calendar, right, is Greenwich Mean Time. If we agree with that, that pulls everything back to one place, because we know where that is, because we're here on it, right? Because we know where that is, because that's where we live, right? So, without being mean, without being witchy, and without being green, we can call that new activity a new time, right? Which means that old dates come through that idea to a whole time. So the whole time, which is WHOLE, the whole time of now, right? Natural, right? Because the machine couldn't get there because it's too small, right? So the whole time of now for nature is way bigger than the machine, okay? So nature is trillions of times bigger than that tiny little shit, okay? And that's true, right? So we call that something new, don't we? And we've been working with 33s, and what else I've been working with? CCs, because I think they've been trying to find a way out of the ladder, right? But they got a bit, their comfort, they need to clean their dirty washing, because some of them are quite clever, but it's a shame about the disrespect. So they need to behave, okay? Because it's a shame. So they're in the Bad Get Better group, right? And 33 are in the Wordsmith Get Better group. And 88 are in the Religion Get Better group, right? And 6 and 9 are not there. That stays in the matrix. We don't want to know that, okay? We just had enough of that shit, right? So D and P, you can stay in the matrix too, right? And PD, right? We don't want that. Okay, there's no such a word as DP, and there's no such a word as PD. So, and there's no such a action as 69. So there's no method for that, and that's not in nature, and it doesn't touch a soul. So 69, DP, and PD, and BP do not touch a soul. Okay, you got that? That's true. Right, because we don't want that. We don't want BP on a pet, on a roll of an I am, right? So that's not allowed. So we don't want to go there. We didn't go that route, dead end that. We didn't go there, right? So we're not going towards the North Sea to that. We're not rigged by any oil riggle, and they're not there. So we're not rigged. So we unrigged. So we unrigged DARPA. Unrigged from false calendars because they're not here. Because we don't know about them. No one's told us. So we've got 4 C's, right? There. So that's that makes an 8. So that's 3 8s, right? So we've got 3 8s. Which is what we needed, because we got out of 8.5. 88.5 you were stuck in, and that's because of that. So we've got 3 8s, so that's whole, and that means we're whole. And we have to define what we call it. I don't like calling things names, but I suppose we do have to call it a name to make it new, and we have to know what that is so we can all focus on it. So I think we should call it Mother Nature's time. Let's call it Mother Nature's time. And that's where we landed. We can't go wrong there, can we? Right? Let's call it that. Then we can't go wrong, says the messenger. If you call it Mother Nature's time, well, she knows what time it is. That's right. So that's MNT. So that's MNT. And that's a mint.